They played side by side in Wandee Goodday and Memoir of Rati, and fans couldn't stop talking about their incredible chemistry. GreatInn have a connection that feels both natural and magnetic, leaving everyone wondering what is the secret behind their bond. Is it just acting, or is there something deeper written in the stars? Let's explore their relationship through astrology and see what their charts reveal. Hello stars, welcome back to my channel where I analyze the relationship horoscopes of your favorite BL ships. If you're new here, my name is Beatrice, I'm a professional astrologer and a huge BL fan, and today I'm taking a closer look at the relationship chart of GreatInn. Before we start, let me tell you that you shouldn't miss my next video because it's the couple that you wanted to see the most. I had a poll and you voted which relationship horoscope I should analyze next. The winners are Elliot and Kipuka from the Omegaverse series Desire. Thank you very much for voting. I also kindly ask you to vote for the next couple that I will analyze after Elliot and Kipuka. There's a poll on my YouTube channel. I will put the link in the description. This time the 4 ships that you can vote for are Shujin from Kill to Love, Gemini Fort, Ponpuin, and Ubum. There are also 2 more things that I want to mention. The first one, if you like my videos and want to support me to keep making more of them, please use the thanks button. Thank you. The second thing that I want to mention, since you are here on this channel, I suppose that we are all big BL fans. And we all have the same problem. It's hard to watch Asian BL series from other regions. For this you need an Asian IP address, one that you can get using NordVPN. They are not sponsoring this video, but I wanted to mention this service because they currently have a very interesting offer. If you use it, depending on your subscription, you can get a huge discount of 73% and an Amazon gift card on top. That means that you only pay like a quarter of the actual price and also get to buy yourself something nice on Amazon. That sounds like a good deal, so please check the link in my description for more details. Now back to GreatInn. We're going to first take a look at their individual birth charts and what they reveal about their love life and relationships. Then we will move on to their compatibility chart, also called synastry, and to the chart of the relationship itself. So let's start with Great's birth chart. Great's love horoscope tells the story of someone who carries both fire and depth in his heart. Born on the 6th of December 1993 under the sign of Sagittarius, he has a natural glow that draws people to him. Sagittarius energy is optimistic, honest, adventurous, and full of hope, so in love he searches for something that feels exciting and meaningful, never dull. His sun, the core of who he is, shines in harmony with Black Moon Lilith in Aries. Lilith speaks about raw desire and the untamed side of the soul, so this connection gives Great an aura of magnetism. In love, he can be both playful and irresistibly intense, making partners feel like they are stepping into a passionate adventure with him. But beneath that fire, there is another layer. His moon, which shows how he feels and what he needs emotionally, is in Virgo. Virgo energy longs for order, care, and security. This means that while he may appear free-spirited, inside he often worries about whether love is safe and steady. Sometimes his heart is more cautious than his adventurous smile suggests. Depending on his birth time, his moon might also be connected to asteroid Chiron, the wounded healer, showing that love can also touch on old insecurities. At times, Grey may feel he is not enough or that love comes with pain. Yet these very struggles also make him empathetic. He can connect deeply with the partner's emotions because he has known vulnerability himself. His Mercury, the planet of communication, is in Scorpio and right next to Pluto, the planet of transformation and power. This makes Great's mind sharp, probing, and magnetic. When he speaks, it's never just small talk. He has a way of reaching straight into someone's soul. In love, this can be both thrilling and intense, as partners feel seen in ways they never have before. Still, with this power comes a challenge. Mercury and Pluto make a tense angle to Saturn in Aquarius, the planet of limits and lessons. This can create moments when he feels misunderstood or too serious about relationships. But it also shows that when he learns patience, he can build love that lasts. Venus, the planet of love and beauty, is also in Sagittarius and stands close to his north node, the point of destiny. This is a very special sign. His path in life is closely tied to love, to the arts, and to the joy of connecting with others. No wonder his acting in BL series feels so aligned. It is not just work, but part of his soul's journey. Venus makes a tense link to Chiron, though, reminding him that love can sometimes hurt and that he may have to learn to trust again and again. Still, this also means that his experience of love is never shallow. It challenges him, teaches him, and makes him more real. Mars, the planet of action and desire, is in Sagittarius too, close to both his Sun and asteroid Psyche. Mars gives him fire and passion, while Psyche represents the soul's longing for union. Together, this creates a man who loves with both body and spirit, who throws himself fully into romance. His relationships are never halfway. When he loves with every part of himself. There's also something quite rare in his chart, a small talent triangle linking Fortuna, the asteroid of luck, Eros, passion, and Juno, commitment. This suggests that when Great follows his heart and his artistic passion, he finds love and opportunity flowing more easily. Yet Juno, the asteroid of marriage and soul partnerships, makes a difficult angle to Neptune and Uranus. Neptune is the planet of dreams, fantasy, but also illusions, and Uranus is the rebel of astrology, bringing sudden changes and innovation. In Great's case, this can bring sudden twists in love, unexpected beginnings and endings, and moments when dreams clash with reality. For him, love is not always stable, but it is also never boring. One of the most powerful things in his chart is the kite pattern. It ties together the Sun, Lilith, and Valentine, an asteroid linked to romance and creative passion, with Fortuna and Sappho at the peak. Sappho represents poetry, art, and same-sex love. This formation is like a cosmic signature. It shows success, visibility, and recognition in areas where love, art, and performance meet. For Great, it strongly points to his career in BL acting, not only as work, but as something that fulfills his destiny and connects him to his audience in a profound way. There is also a ball pattern in his chart, meaning all the planets are clustered in one half of the sky, leaving the other half empty. People with this pattern often feel like something is missing, that they are searching for the other side of themselves. In love, this can make Great long for a partner who balances him out, someone who fills in the gaps and makes him feel whole. All in all, Great's love story is one of fire and depth, freedom and vulnerability. He is both a Sagittarian adventurer who lights up the world with his joy and a Virgo moon who quietly longs for care and reassurance. His destiny ties him to love, art, and performance, and his chart shows that relationships are never just background for him. They are the stage on which he learns, heals, and shines the brightest. Inn's love horoscope reveals a story of depth, intensity, and transformation woven into a chart that feels as dramatic and magnetic as the roles he plays on screen. He was born on the 4th of January 1995 in Capricorn, a sign known for ambition, stability, and patience. Inn carries a strong earth energy. Most of his planets are in earth signs, which makes him practical, grounded, and loyal in love. Yet he lacks planets in fire and air, the elements of passion, excitement, and light communication. This means that while he is steady and reliable, he sometimes struggles to express his desires openly or to keep things playful. In relationships, he can seem serious and deep, but inside he craves someone who brings sparks, laughter, and lightness into his world. His Sun, the core of his identity, is in Capricorn and makes a supportive link with the North Node in Scorpio. The North Node represents life purpose, his destiny, and Scorpio is the sign of intimacy and transformation. This shows that Inn's path is tied to learning about deep love, vulnerability, and trust. He is not here for shallow romance. His heart pushes him toward connections that change him and help him grow. The moon, which reflects emotion and needs, sits in Aquarius. While his Capricorn sun makes him careful and responsible, his Aquarius moon adds a streak of independence and originality. He needs love that gives him space to breathe and express his uniqueness. With this mix, he can be a partner who is both dependable and surprising, strong enough to be a rock, yet also capable of unusual ideas and emotional detachment when needed. His Mercury, the planet of communication, is also in Capricorn, but it joins Uranus and Neptune. Uranus brings sudden flashes of genius and originality, while Neptune adds sensitivity and imagination. This gives him a special way of expressing himself. His words can be thoughtful, poetic, and sometimes mysterious. This Mercury-Uranus-Neptune cluster is also part of a small talent triangle that links to Venus and Pluto in Scorpio and Chiron in Virgo. Venus is the planet of love, Pluto of intensity, and Chiron the asteroid of healing. Together they suggest that Yin has a powerful gift. He can connect with others deeply through words, emotions, and art. His love life is not just romance, but also a path of healing and discovery. Venus in Scorpio, right next to Pluto, is one of the most intense placements a person can have. First of all, because it makes him extremely attractive to both women and men. Secondly, because Venus in Scorpio loves with passion, loyalty, and depth, it wants all or nothing. With Pluto so close, this energy becomes even stronger. In's love is full of passion and transformative. When he falls for someone, it feels like his whole world shifts. Relationships can be intense, magnetic, even a little fated. But this power also comes with challenges: the need to control, jealousy, the fear of losing love, or the experience of dramatic highs and lows. His chart shows that love can sometimes feel like a storm, but one he cannot live without. Mars, the planet of desire and action, is in Virgo and retrograde. It looks as if it was moving backwards. Mars in Virgo loves carefully, with attention to detail, but the retrograde motion makes his energy more inward. He may hesitate before acting or feel unsure about expressing desire directly. This can create tension, especially since Mars is also part of a T-square with Pluto and Black Moon Lilith. Lilith represents wild, raw desire and shadow emotions. This T-square shows inner battles between passion, restraint, and freedom. At times, Yin may feel pulled between wanting control and giving in to instinct. In love, this makes him magnetic but also unpredictable. He can be tender one moment and fierce the next one. Also worth mentioning, Mars, Pluto, and Lilith are all related one way or another to sexuality. We have Mars, the masculine energy, Lilith, the feminine energy, and Pluto, passion and obsession. All of these combined give him that mix of masculine and feminine attractiveness that we all love about him. Looking at this T-square, I would also add that he might have had or still has inner struggles related to his sexuality. That can mean, for example, not knowing exactly what he likes, or on the contrary, knowing exactly what he wants, having strong desires, but not being able to live them out as he wishes due to probably some external factors. His chart also contains another dramatic pattern. A grand cross connects Lilith in Gemini, Mars in Virgo, Pluto in Scorpio, and Psyche in Pisces. A grand cross creates tension from all sides, pushing a person to grow stronger through struggle. For Yin, this means that relationships are never simple. They challenge him, test him, and sometimes even break him open, but each time he rises with more wisdom and strength. On the other hand, he has a powerful kite pattern with asteroid Eros at its peak. Eros represents passion, attraction, and creative fire. In Sagittarius and at the final degree of the sign, Eros is bold and unstoppable. The kite connects Eros to Psyche, soul love, Vesta, devotion, and Valentine, romance. This pattern is like a cosmic signature that says that Yin is meant to experience love as something passionate, soulful, and larger than life. It also shows that his acting career, especially in roles that explore love and intimacy, taps directly into his destiny. Another rare pattern in his chart is the working trine, linking a T-square with a grand trine with Jupiter at the center. Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion, is in Sagittarius, its strongest place. The T-square with Mars and Saturn shows hard work and discipline in relationships, while the grand trine with Amor, romantic love, and Fortuna, luck, shows natural blessings. This mix means that In's love life is both a challenge and a gift. He has to work for harmony, but when he does, love brings him joy, luck, and fulfillment. We've seen that Great has a ball pattern in his chart with all the planets in one half of the sky. In has the same ball pattern. Similar to Great, he also often feels a certain emptiness, as if a part of himself was missing. This makes him crave a partner who complements him, someone who brings balance and helps him feel complete. Overall, Inn's love horoscope paints the picture of a man whose heart is anything but simple. His earth dominant chart makes him steady, loyal, and grounded, but his Scorpio energies make him intense and magnetic. Love for him is not just about romance, it's about transformation, healing, and destiny. His relationships may not always be easy, but they are always powerful, shaping him into the person he is meant to become. Just looking at their individual charts, I can say that Great and Inn balance each other in powerful ways. Great is fiery, passionate, and open hearted, while Inn is deep, steady, and intense. Great brings lightness and adventure, helping Yin open up, while Yin offers stability and depth, grounding Great's restless energy. Their relationship can be magnetic and transformative, though at times intense emotion may test them. Together they create a bond that is both challenging and deeply rewarding. To find out more, let's now take a closer look at their compatibility chart. The connection between Great and Yin is powerful and layered, filled with both harmony and challenges. Great's sun, the core of his identity, is conjunct Yin's Juno, the asteroid of partnership and commitment. This creates a sense of recognition between them. Yin may see in Great the qualities he values in a partner or close ally. Whether as friends, colleagues, or something more, this aspect makes their bond feel important and lasting. The heart of their chart lies in the meeting of Great's Mercury and Pluto with Inn's Venus and Pluto. Mercury is the planet of communication, Pluto is about intensity and transformation, and Venus rules love and attraction. When these energies connect, conversations between them can be magnetic, even life-changing. They can dive into deep topics, share secrets, and influence each other's hearts and values in powerful ways. This makes their relationship feel fated, as if they are meant to challenge and transform one another. Great's Venus, the planet of love and beauty, and his north node, the point of destiny, join with Inn's Jupiter and Pluto. Jupiter brings growth, optimism, and expansion, while Pluto adds intensity. This combination creates a strong attraction and a sense that being together helps both grow into something greater. But this closeness is not without sparks. Great's Venus and North Node also square Inn's Mars, the planet of passion and drive. This square can cause tension, even arguments, but it also brings undeniable chemistry. Luckily, Inn's asteroid Fortuna, linked to luck and opportunity, influences this connection in a positive way, suggesting that even when sparks fly, their bond can lead to fortunate outcomes. Their minds also work well together. Great's Mercury and Pluto form a gentle aspect to Inn's Mercury, Uranus, and Neptune. This means their conversations can be both inspiring and imaginative, mixing logic, originality, and dreams. They may exchange ideas that feel fresh, artistic, or even a little magical. A sextile from Great's Mercury and Pluto to Inn's Chiron, the healer asteroid, adds another layer. Through talking to each other, they may help one another heal old wounds or insecurities. But there are also some challenges. Great Saturn, the planet of limits and lessons, makes a square to Inn's Venus and Pluto. This can sometimes make Inn feel restricted or judged, while Great may feel the weight of responsibility in the relationship. Saturn can bring durability, but it often asks for patience and maturity to handle the heavy emotions involved. Adding to this, Inn's Saturn opposes Great's Chiron, which touches sensitive places in both charts. At times, being close might bring out each other's old hurts or fears of rejection. Yet this also gives them the chance to learn patience, forgiveness, and resilience through their bond. Altogether, Great and Yin share a synastry filled with attraction, intensity, and growth. Their connection can feel destined, as if they were meant to meet to transform each other's lives. It won't always be easy because their charts show both harmony and tension, but it is exactly this mix that makes the bond so powerful. Whether as partners, friends, or creative collaborators, they push each other to grow, heal, and shine brighter. The composite chart of GreatInn, which shows the energy of their relationship itself, feels both powerful and complex. Most of their planets fall in water signs, which are linked to emotions, intuition, and depth. This gives their bond a strong emotional core. They likely feel things intensely with each other and may share unspoken understanding. But since they have just one planet in air, the element of words and ideas, communication may not always be smooth. They might sometimes struggle to explain feelings directly, relying more on emotion than on conversation. The lack of planets in air signs could also mean one other thing, that they don't like to be in the spotlight as a couple besides their acting activity, that they probably don't like to attend press conferences, interviews, and similar events together. I didn't follow them closely, but my impression is that they don't participate in so many couple events as other GMMTV artists do, and this might be the reason. That doesn't mean that they don't have a good relationship or that they don't interact in private. They just don't want to do it for show as a fan service. At the heart of their composite chart, the Sun, symbolizing the identity of the relationship, and Mercury, communication, are joined in Sagittarius. Sagittarius energy brings enthusiasm, honesty, and love of adventure. This means their relationship has a bright, forward looking spirit. They grow through shared dreams, learning, travels, or creative work. The Sun Mercury pair also connects into a small talent triangle with Mars in Libra and Saturn in Pisces. Mars adds energy and drive, while Saturn brings structure. Together, this shows that their relationship has the potential to balance passion with responsibility as long as they work as a team. Venus, the planet of love, sits close to Pluto, the planet of transformation, right at the end of Scorpio. This is one of the most intense placements for a relationship chart. It suggests that their connection is magnetic, deep, and not at all superficial. They may feel drawn to each other in ways that are hard to explain, almost fated. As fans know, GreatInn became a duo at an older age than most other ships. Here comes a possible explanation. Venus and Pluto square Saturn, which can bring challenges. Saturn is the planet of limits and lessons, so at times love between them may feel heavy, tested, or delayed. Yet Venus and Pluto also form a grand trine with the asteroids Pallas Athena in Aries and Hera in Pisces. This adds wisdom, Athena, and commitment, Hera, to the mix, showing that their relationship can grow stronger when they approach it with understanding and strategy. Mars in Libra plays a big role in their chart, adding charm, attraction, and energy for collaboration. Mars also ties into another small talent triangle with the Sun, Mercury, and Amor, the asteroid of romantic love. This points to the possibility that their connection is not only intense but also affectionate, with moments of lightness and joy. Black Moon Lilith, a point that represents desires and hidden emotions, sits in Taurus, joined with asteroid Fortuna, representing luck. Together, this suggests that embracing the raw, real side of their bond can bring unexpected fortune. It may even show success when they dare to show their true selves to the world. Juno, the asteroid of marriage and long-term partnership, is in Scorpio. This again underlines depth, intensity, and loyalty in their bond, though not without moments of emotional challenge. The North Node, which shows destiny, is also in Scorpio, right next to Jupiter, the planet of growth and opportunity. This means their relationship is part of both of their destinies. They are meant to learn, expand, and maybe even inspire others through their connection. The North Node and Jupiter form a talent triangle with Valentine, romance, Chiron, healing, Uranus, freedom, and Neptune, dreams. This pattern suggests that their bond brings both healing and inspiration, but also that it works best when they balance closeness with freedom. Last but not least, their chart contains a yod pattern, also called the finger of God. Here Uranus and Neptune in Capricorn link with Jupiter and the North Node in Scorpio, and both point to Ceres in Gemini. Ceres is the asteroid of nurturing and abundance. This pattern suggests that when they come together, especially in partnership or creative work, they can create something that nourishes others and brings success. It's a sign that working as a duo can bring fortune and growth. Altogether, the composite chart of GreatInn shows a relationship that is emotional, transformative, and fated in some way. It is not always easy because there are tensions and lessons that must be learned, but it carries enormous potential for growth, healing, and shared success. Whether as partners in love, in art, or both, their bond feels like it has a purpose larger than themselves. Now you know all I can tell you about GreatInn. Stay tuned to find out more about the relationship between Elliot and Kipuka in my next video. And please don't forget to vote for the next couple you want me to analyze. Until the next time, shine bright like the stars.